Thank you for joining us. Before we get to our availability today, just wanted to go over a few housekeeping items quickly. Please stay muted for the duration of the Zoom unless called upon. At the end of the opening statements, we will take questions. When we get to that portion of the press conference, please use the raised hand function to indicate you have a question. Without further ado, I will turn it over to Vice President for University Athletics, Ray Anderson, to get us started. Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, well, thank you, Connor, and good afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us for the official introduction of Taryn VanThof as our new women's lacrosse head coach. We were thrilled with that, and after this resignation of Coach McCormick to take the John Hopkins job, and we certainly wish him all the luck and best wishes because he did a great job here with us. But what it did is it gave us an opportunity to look to our next leadership that would continue to really advance this burgeoning program that we are very, very committed to. So we embarked on a very, very thorough and deliberate process with the co-leadership of Christina Wambacher, our Senior Associate Athletic Director and Senior Women's Administration, and Sandy Hatfield Clubb, one of our consultants, and then certainly with the help of our search firm, Collegiate Associates, with the assistance of Drew Turner and Miss McLaughlin. We really set out to make sure we could uncover a very robust, very qualified candidate pool, because we really believed in this program and really believed that the interest would be keen. And fortunately, we were correct. And so a very, very impressive list of candidates were brought forth. And as we went through the process, it became very clear to all of us on the team that we really, really had some great opportunity here. And as we went through the process and narrowed it down, Taryn just was a star. And when I'm listening and talking with folks, I'm really looking for passion as much as anything else. Passion about what we're trying to accomplish here and what this means to our program, but equally important, what does it mean to the candidate who's going to come into our culture and lead our program, our young women who have dedicated themselves and really want a great experience. And when Taryn said to us, lacrosse is not a job, lacrosse is a lifestyle, that really resonated with me. It really rung a bell, because we want somebody here not to do a job, but to do it because it's a life passion. And there is so much to pass on when you have that kind of attitude and energy. And so I was really delighted to hear that from Taryn. And I think it was a across the board decision that this was our new head coach. And so all of those who participated in the process, are too many to name, including some of our other coaches. Thank you for that. It really is very much needed when we're trying to make the right decision for our student athletes in our athletic department in our institution. And we have done that in this case, no doubt. So if I could ask Christina Wambacher, our Senior Women's Administrator and our very capable lead in so many things, to introduce Coach VanThof.
Thank you, Ray. I also want to thank our search committee and consultants. We've worked tirelessly to bring this to us today. Thank you to our lacrosse student athletes. I see you out there for your trust and your input and patience throughout this process. I'm super excited to formally introduce Taryn VanThof as Arizona State University's new head lacrosse coach. Taryn fit the profile we were looking for in a new lacrosse head coach, as Ray said, hungry, passionate, and authentic. Someone who's prepared to build upon the culture and the foundation established further, develop student athletes on and off the field. Taryn has served as the offensive coordinator, goalie coach, draw specialist, and recruiting coordinator at the University of Florida, leading the Gators to an impressive 85-24 record over the past 6 seasons, including 6 NCAA tournament victories, all 5 possible conference tournament titles, and 2 Elite 8 appearances. She has been where we want to go. She was an All-American midfielder at Loyola, Maryland, and U.S. Lacrosse national team member, and has played professionally. She knows what it takes to succeed at the level, both as a player and as a coach. It is my honor to introduce Arizona State University's new head lacrosse coach, Taryn VanThof, and have you hear from her directly. Taryn?
Thank you. First, I'd like to thank Ray Anderson, Christina Wambecker, and President Michael Crow for the opportunity to lead Sun Devils lacrosse. I am beyond excited. Ray talked about my passion and my desire in lacrosse being a lifestyle, and it's so very true. I've dreamed of being a head coach, and here at ASU, we offer an exceptional experience to our student athletes, support staff, and coaches alike. I think for us moving forward, we're going to bring a brand of creativity, excitement, speed, and fundamentals. And you're going to see my passion within that. My philosophy will breathe in all aspects of what we do as an SDL family. Our culture is based on athlete development. I'm a big proponent on student athletes are more than just student athletes, they're people first, and making sure we're developing them as people, students, athletes, and even as a unit. A new era is what we posted on Twitter the other day and just yesterday. And for me, when thinking of a new era, it means new opportunity for our student athletes. I'm excited to get to work with these student athletes. They're coming off a strong, successful 2022 showing, and I can't wait to build on their success. With that being said, I'll send it back to Connor to start.
Thank you, Coach. We'll now open it up to questions for Coach. A reminder to use the raise hand function or send me a message to indicate you have a question, and then I will call on you. At that point, you can unmute yourself and then ask the question. But first, we'll start off with one of the pre-submitted questions. Coach, what were some of the main reasons Arizona State was the right fit for you to take this next step in your career?
I think when I arrived on campus, I knew right away. It had a feel, it had a vibe. The sun is shining and the people are smiling. And I think from the administrative support to the facilities to the resources provided, and then coupled with an opportunity to grow a young program, I knew it was the perfect fit.
All right, starting with questions. Go ahead, Connor.
Yeah, Connor McGill, Inferno Intel. A big welcome to Tempe. Obviously, lacrosse is a growing sport, especially out west. What are you hoping to bring on that side of things, especially for a team that has a lot of promise?
Yeah, I think we're going to expand and we're going to expand the community. And I think that's the biggest thing as we look at ASU and ASU lacrosse and Sun Devils lacrosse is we want it to be not just here on the West Coast. It's going to be a national brand extending over and throughout.
Go ahead, Ian.
Hey, Coach, congratulations on getting the job. Kind of to build off of that, how do you look to maybe work with some of the youth organizations to help grow the game of lacrosse here in the state of Arizona?
Certainly. I think that it's going to start on campus for us with camps and clinics and being able to, show our face, and when we get those two assistants, their faces, and even our student athletes to promote us, but bring people to us. I think it's going to create a community. It's going to build an empire, and I think it's exciting.
Next up, Marley.
Hi, Coach. Congratulations. I'm Marley with the Arizona Republic. Welcome. Kind of take things a different direction. What was your initial thought and feeling when you heard those words uttered that you were going to become the next Arizona State women's lacrosse coach? And how are you managing with all of that? I know it's probably been a whirlwind of things for you.
Certainly. Thank you. It has. It's an exciting whirlwind. I think there's, people talk about it being the right time, and I think good things happen in three. My fiance took a new job. I'm getting married in September, and I put the cherry on top with a new job here. So I think, if there was going to be a time, now's the time to do it.
What are some of the challenges that you anticipate facing as a first-time head coach?
And I don't think they're necessarily challenges. I think they're exciting bonds to build. I think creating and establishing those relationships from the very beginning. I know I'm an open book. I want my student athletes to be able to come in and out of my office whenever they please, come to me at any time. And I think just creating that off the bat and getting to know them over the next few weeks and until they arrive on campus is crucial.
And for the last 6 years, you worked under head coach Amanda OLeary. What did you learn from her, and what maybe can you take away from how she operated her program?
Yeah, I come in here kind of the same time I was entering Florida. We were 6 years in and we're 5 years in here at ASU. So I think I have a very good realm and understanding of how to build. And in terms of build, not just, build the brand, but build the people around you and build the alumni base and build everything that comes with an empire. And I think that's what we're trying to do here.
Ian?
Yeah, Coach, to kind of go off of that with, building a program from pretty early on, a program that has had a fair amount of success, especially coming off of last year, the best year in program history. How do you look to, as you inherit a program that has had so much recent success, how do you look to take it to the next level?
We ride on our success. I think we honor the past and we build in the future. And I think the word build and growth are two things that I aspire in my philosophy in terms of growth, integrity, and family. And I think we keep hitting on the word build. And, it's a lot of hard work, and it's going to come from me. It's going to come from my assistants. It's going to come from our support staff and ultimately on our student athletes, but it's going to be exciting. I'm excited, and I know they're excited as well.
Back in March, you came here with Florida and faced Arizona State. What do you remember from that visit and about the team specifically?
Well, the facilities were gorgeous, an unbelievable practice field, and then an unbelievable stadium to play at. I think it provided our student athletes at Florida with a great atmosphere. So I'm super excited to be a part of that atmosphere and, make it our home. But from those student athletes we competed against and now I get to coach, it was just relentless effort from start to finish. And I think the grind and the grit and the determination is there, and we're going to build on that. And that's something you can't teach. And I'm excited to be able to move forward with them.
Connor?
Yeah, obviously, again, this season, ASU was just outside of the playoff picture for the NCAA's. Non-conference schedule was one of the biggest things that was mentioned. How do you look to build upon ASU's resume, and what are maybe some of the opponents that you'll look to face to help ASU get over that hump?
Yep, and I'd say maybe a bit snubbed in that NCAA tournament, but to build and to be the best, you have to play the best. So we're going to continue to carry on with the top ranked schedule. We're going to continue to travel to the East Coast to make ASU a national brand and not a West Coast brand. So I'm excited to continue to play against those top level teams, whether they're in the top 10, top 20, or wherever they fall, but they will continue.
Ian?
What have your interactions been like with the players on your new team so far?
So yesterday we got to jump on our first team Zoom, and it was more so just an announcement. These next few weeks we'll be connecting over and over again, but they were excited. I posted in the group me. I got a lot of likes out of it, and I'm just as excited as they are. It's new for both of us, but it's exciting.
And then last question for you, Coach. Where do you stand on your coaching staff? And then what are you looking for in terms of identifying those candidates?
Yep, in the process right now. For me, I really want to bring in people that complement me. I'd love to bring in an offensive coordinator and a defensive coordinator to manage both ends of the field, whether one being a draw specialist, one being a goalie coach. If that's the case, that's perfection. And I think it gives me the ability to be everywhere and have a say in everything. So bringing in an O coordinator, a D coordinator would be my ideals.
Last call for questions. Anything else? Awesome. Thank you for the time, Coach, and look forward to working with you.
Thank you all. Excited to get started.
Thanks for joining, everybody.